All right, you're welcome to Matters Arising on Landslide News. We have a special guest today, but before our special guest, for you, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, our special guest is Dr. Uchechukwu Ogbonna, National Youth Speaker, the Social Democratic Party. If you call it SDP, you may not know it very well, but if you call it Social Democratic Party, your mind flash back to 1993, where MKO is our man.
The advert.
Correct. Yes. That's the only surviving party that we still have. So we have the National Youth Speaker, Dr. Uchechukwu Ogbonna. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
In a brief short history, what's happening to SDP?
SDP is just like every other political party in Nigeria today. I think what we're experiencing is what they call a rape on Nigerian democracy. Because it's not rocket science that every strong political parties are in crisis. I think it's self-induced, and we're not going to shy away from it, because in the news you've seen different factions, both in Labour, in PDP, and also SDP is also experiencing such things now. So I just believe that that's part of democracy. Nigeria is growing up, and we believe as time goes on, SDP is going to find its footing.
But SDP's own look peculiar as a result of the fact that it was sort of very, very organized, and to the violent way to which it was pounced upon by whatever problem came upon it. It looks as if it's a party that had potentials, and they didn't want to see the light of the day.
Yeah, you are correct. You know, we started restructuring the party, especially after 2022 convention. We organized the constitution. If you go through the constitution of the party, you will see that it's a very strong, sound constitution of Social Democratic Party. So we started building. It's deliberate. It's not rocket science. The leadership of the party, led by Alhaji Sheikh Gumi, had the mindset to drive the party towards being a ruling party in this country. But unfortunately, we find ourselves where officials of the party are the ones they are using to throw spanners into the administration of the party in the name of the national secretary. So it is just personal interest against the interest of the institution. So what is happening in SDP is not about the institution, about personal interest, somebody having something, trying to play the good boy to the government because of his issues around the economic and financial crime, and he's trying to make himself, okay, you can use me to make sure that this platform do not grow beyond what is growing. Because before now, as you rightly know, the party started picking up. Prior to 2023, we had only one elected member, which is House of Rep member. Yeah. And after 2023, we have the Senate, we have 2 senators, we had House of Rep members, we had State Assembly members, we even had local government chairmen. This is the first time in the history since SDP came back to life after 1992.
After its rebranding.
Yes. Yeah. So, and they found out that this party is moving so fast. And I also want to call on Nigerians to understand that what is happening to SDP is like a virus which everybody knows is like spreading towards every other political opposition parties to destroy. I don't know what their mindset is, but Nigerians are really watching to see what is happening.
Okay, let me, on the lighter side, it looks as if it's when Malam El-Rufai came into the party that the party became jinxed.
No, I don't think so. Actually, every political party strength is about individuals. Okay. Actually. Yeah. He came because what really attracted El-Rufai to SDP was the structure and how organized the party is. And when he also came with his own waves. He also came in with a lot of people from his own side. But before then, you understand that the party was also growing very fast, and we are moving very fast. And as you rightly know, the government in power now, which is the APC, is so uncomfortable with, especially El-Rufai, unquote, because he was busy making a lot of accession, talking to them. And they also found, that was one of the major things that also drove their interest towards SDP. So the leadership of the party have worked so hard to get to this point until we had this, some of the officials get involved in throwing the spanners into the party.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Let me give.
When you say officials trains to spanner, it's looking like SDP doesn't have the strength to discipline members who are. There's something called anti-party activities. Sure. I think you said, you just told us you have a very strong constitution. Sure. A constitution that is so strong should be capable of discipline any member as big as, for example, even chairman and national secretary. Yeah. When you say individuals that has cases with economic, financial crimes and things like that, they are trying to be a good boy, exchange of favor to not be in prison or things like that. Yeah. Do you have any particular person that is, or you're just making an open?
No, I'm not making. It's in open. Dr. Oluwagunlo is the national secretary.
Okay, yeah.
This thing started in February when he was declared wanted by EFCC. Okay. So within that period when he was declared wanted, the party supported him. He was incarcerated in EFCC for 2 weeks, in Kuje prison for like 2-3 weeks. I went there myself. So you can imagine the support the party was giving. Yeah. The national chairman
really find out what happened. Yeah.
What happened. I also supported him because we see him as a party member. Yeah. That was my first time of going to Kuje prison. I went to Kuje prison, visited him, we gave him gift, still went to EFCC. So after that period, the party found it that, okay, sir, is it not better you step aside?
Yeah.
So that the integrity of the party will remain.
Certainly.
After your prosecution,
I was to ask that.
After your prosecution, you can come in. Mm-hmm. Lo and behold, the state chairman unanimously called him and said, sir, please, can you give us, for the interest of the party, step aside. You are an elder statesman. You are over going to 80 years. You've benefited from democracy. You are a 2-time minister, Minister of Defense, Minister of Power. You are the pioneer corps marshal. So you've really tested national assignments. Mm-hmm. So for the interest of the young ones, let's protect the integrity of this party and step aside. He took offense for that particular advice. Yeah. And from that time, from that onset, he went haywire, he started working against the party. Now, one of the major things he did was he wrote a petition to the Nigerian police force that the national chairman misappropriated funds, that there were diversion of funds. He also mentioned me. It's okay, fine. Let the Nigerian police force do the investigation. Mm-hmm. Lo and behold, this man went to the day they called him to adopt the petition. They were interrogating him. The first money they saw, which was 1.5 million that was sent to him in February, they were asking him, sir, you also, this is your name in this account. Because we operated one account for the management of the party. Yeah. We have 2 accounts, one in First Bank and one in Zenith Bank. That's why it's easy for us to have an audited account. Yeah. INEC have audited the account of SDP twice now. We have the certified true copy from INEC, which is the statutory body embodied to manage political party, both the financial expense and the operation of the party. So they've come to audit the account. After the auditing, everything was fine. So when he wrote the petition to the Nigerian police force, and the Nigerian police force, okay, let's do the investigation. Do you know he went back and said the Nigerian police force should stop the investigation? I'm telling you. Now, why? You wrote the petition to Nigerian police force. Allow the law enforcement agency saddled with the investigation to do the investigation. He refused. And what he did now, he now went back, came to the secretariat, called some, I would say, people that have nobody, they are not party members, and they say they are forming a committee. Forming a committee on what ground? When the investigation had not been completed by the Nigerian police. Exactly. And they went again and generated whatever they call white paper. I don't know whether it's blue paper. I don't know where you got the paper from. Meanwhile, why don't the Nigerian police force is already there doing the investigation. We'll allow them to finish it. And at the end of the day, they say they suspend chairman. It doesn't make any sense. But the problem is this. I'm sorry to say, the Nigerian police, in all this, wrote to INEC to certify the leadership of the party. And INEC replied the Nigerian police that this is the statutory members of the party that were elected on convention. So people are expecting that the Nigerian police, what they need to do is to protect the life and property. Yeah. Make sure they guard the people that the institution which is INEC have given them. Yeah. Do you know, till today, what police is doing is police will start at the gate of the National Secretariat. They will have a list given to them by the National Secretary. If you are not in that list, they will not allow you to access the Secretariat. We've written petition to the Nigerian Police Force. We've written petition to the Commissioner. I wrote petition to IG. I wrote petition to Police Service Commissioner. We even wrote petition to European Union, American embassy, because he has.
Do you think you should write open letter to the presidency?
Yes, I think that's the next one, because we've not done that, because it is a rape on democracy.
Open letter to the president.
Yes, in the press. It's a rape on democracy that the INEC have informed you, the leaders of the party, because everything he's done is just shenanigan, and he doesn't have any. That's why I said the constitution is very strong. One, you don't convene meeting without the approval of the national chairman, which is the leader of the party, and the chief executive of the party.
Even in a meeting where chairman will be removed, he will be in attendance.
He will be in attendance. Yes. He didn't do that. He just wake up one day and just decided to call a meeting and say that you are suspended. On what ground? Who gave you the capacity? Who convened the meeting? Who presided over the meeting? He doesn't have that capacity, and that's what he did. Now, the Nigerian police force will give him the constitution of this party 5 times. Because they requested for it, especially the former ISP, that the former CP, they removed. He has compromised the Nigeria. That's why I said, when they talk about the security situation of the country, I will authoritatively tell you that the security agency have left their, they've left their primary duty of protecting life or property, and they are now getting involved in politics. Because as I'm talking to you now, I think the Nigerian police force are members of Social Democratic Party.
I listened to Alhaji Sheikh Gumi, the national chairman, mentioned that at a point he was telling the CP to come and take membership card of Social Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Okay. You were ready to say something, right?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So now that this shenanigan is on, you also still have power to remove somebody, even while for the fact that somebody is under investigation, and because of distraction of going to jail, of not going to jail, because for some reasons now EFCC could also pick him again. For that convenience, why is it now difficult for chairman to galvanize other people to actually ensure that the Dr. Aguloye resigns or steps aside? Don't you have do I use the word support of other national officials?
No, there's a normal support. What happened is this: when you are the one if you are the one making the building, sacrificing to make sure an institution,
you are more careful.
You are careful
not to break things.
It's just like what happened when Solomon was trying to mitigate
the two parents
the one that have that kid say, no, leave him. When you grow up, the
true mother.
The true mother. This guy, they don't care, because they've never contributed towards the interests of the party financially, intellectual wise, so they don't care. So one of the things that delayed the chairman was he was trying to protect our elected members from leaving the party, and that was also the thing that delayed him from not being confrontational, so that they will not look as if there's a lot of crisis in the party. But it has gone beyond that, because as I'm speaking to you now, we've lost state assembly members. They've decamped to APC. Our senators have also decamped. So it's like we are going back to square zero.
Okay, but let me put this to you. If you look at what you have said so far, it appears this man is probably more fighting for his personal interest of not wanting to leave that position, as against what you have in the public space, that APC is trying to use him to destroy the party. Or suddenly, is it a kind of a sink of interest where his desire to hold seat tight has now kind of aligned itself with the desire of APC to find somebody to use? Because if he had no interest, for example, of wanting to sit back, it would have been, you could have easily kind of established that it's APC using him. Maybe APC is not using him, he just want to sit tight.
No, I don't think so. One thing is this: if you go to, if you are following the court proceeding, you understand that he has been applying for his passport to be released.
Okay, true. Oh, his passport is seized.
Yes.
Now begin to see the link.
Now, all these things are some of the things that you see him doing to make sure that he turns into a good boy to the government, against the interests of the institution. As I said earlier, when somebody that built an institution, he will cherish it so much. But he don't care, because he doesn't know how the party got to that point. He was telling somebody one day, what are you using this big building for? That's because he doesn't even understand what it takes to build an institution. So if you go to the secretariat now, you see that the place is like an abandoned property, because he is not the owner of the vision. His vision is for him to get liberated. He's ready to sacrifice the party for his selfish interest, to get what he wants, to enable him either go to wherever he wants to go to or get that relief instead of being jailed or something. Now, another angle to all these things is that SDP had a former presidential candidate.
Yeah.
Okay, Prince Adewale. It's obvious that this is a man that couldn't win one polling unit. When I mean one polling unit, I mean if I'm contesting for councillorship, I have like 10, 15 polling units in my ward. He couldn't win one polling unit in 2023 election. One day before the election, I was asking him, sir, we are having NAW, sir, you are contesting for presidency. My sojourn as a politician, I've not seen a presidential candidate behaving the way you behave. There is no evidence that you are contesting for presidency in the National Secretariat. No billboard, no poster. Everywhere is just like, people ask, do you have a presidential candidate? You say yes. Sir, can you provide it?
Actually didn't know about that until months after 2023 election.
And what he did was, he did not even take my advice seriously. He did not provide it. And he never ran any campaign for presidential election. What he was doing was, when you are contesting for Senate, you go to that place, he will dance with you. There was no presidential campaign council.
Who was supposed to institute that? Is it the party or the presidential candidate?
No, the party in alliance with the presidential candidate. Because he can't shy away from his own people that are also bringing on board to be part of the campaign. So he didn't. The first day we had meeting about it, we asked him, okay, can you nominate your people to man these positions? As an NWC member, I should be part of the presidential council, or the NEC members, state chairman should be part of the campaign council. But it was never inaugurated. He never kicked off, and nothing happened. Now, that was why some people were saying that SDP was working for the ruling party. If you remember, people say, no, it's just the characters that are exhibiting themselves within the circle that we find ourselves, unfortunately, with those people. The leadership of the party is strong. We want to win election, because where we are coming from is about winning election. It's a serious business. Political party administration is a serious business. Although, before we came into the party, I will not blame them, because SDP was like a pay-as-you-go party, where they go to negotiate, they negotiate from this party, they give them money, they don't really go into election. So, but when the leadership of Sheikh Gumi came, he said, no, we need to win election, whatever it's going to take. Even the last Kogi election, I know the pressure he had for him to even sacrifice the governorship. He said, no, even if it's one vote we get, let us have one vote. It's better for every political party, because we need to be climbing, we need to be moving from that strength to strength.
Okay, let's look away from Aguloye for a while. Yeah. There was another body that sprang up, another ESCO that sprang up, that said they are taking over power from, removed Aguloye and Sheikh Gumi. I mean, that was another way. Now, are there no rules with INEC of how the reign of party stuff should be changed? Can anybody just stand up and say this is what we want to do?
No, that's it. You know, when an elder brings anarchy into an organization, it tends to, it's like a ripple effect. Now, what happened is that the constitution of the party binds everybody. It's like a binding force. And INEC also, they have their own guideline, which is like, only the chairman and the secretary signs document that goes to INEC. They do nomination. Only the chairman and the national secretary, which everybody think, even when that group sent a letter to INEC, they wrote them back and said, no, we don't have the specimen signature there. It's the chairman and secretary that have to notify INEC about this NEC for it to take place. But in my own, sometimes I don't blame anyone, because I blame the originator, the first person that started this process of bringing anarchy to the party, trying to destroy the party. Another statesman that should be able to leave a legacy that I, as a young person, will say, no, this man sacrificed for this party. I will need to remember him for it. For him to have done that, anybody, faction, he's created the faction, I mean Aguloye, and other factions sprang up from another faction. And I'm not even surprised, tomorrow another faction will also come from another faction, and we'll continue that way. But I also believe that till today, INEC, I need to appreciate INEC, because I think INEC is getting stronger, unlike before. Their records are straight. I will say that because, like, last week, there was a fake the Agule faction called some chairmen that are not verified by INEC. These are fake individuals. You know, INEC periodically, because of this crisis in political parties, they do what they call verification. They verify state chairmen with their ID card. You come, you do accreditation, they put you in. So the last time when they brought those chairmen, we say these are fake, and truthfully they are fake. They are not known to INEC, and they are not known to the party. They are not state chairmen. So you find out that everything they are doing is null and void. The meetings they hold is just not. Why they are occupying that secretariat is because the police have compromised. They are just there to protect the interests of the person that they think, and which is killing democracy. That's why I say this is a rape on democracy.
Okay, I want to from there push into what is happening generally. You look at Labour Party, you look at People's Democratic Party. Now we are looking at strain SDP. You can easily see that it's the same kind of order that is happening. Yeah. Like yesterday, the secretary of the People's Democratic Party suspended by the chairman and his ESCO suspended Ayahu. Ayahu in turn suspended the chairman and his people. Then Ayahu was not okay with that. He brought talks, like the way it was done in SDP as well. Exactly. Brought talks into PDP secretariat and just flattened everywhere. Is it the same thing that is happening everywhere?
No, that's what I'm saying. If you watch this scenario, in the course of this sojourn of crisis in SDP, I will tell you that the national chairman, Alhaji Bishop Musagaman, have had interactions with maybe some top politicians, security agencies, and in all honesty, you find out that what is happening is not like a miracle or something. Somebody is behind it, and it's obvious is the government in power. So, because if you watch the pattern, it's the same thing they did in SDP. Chairman, suspend chairman, the secretary take over the secretariat, the police will come there, the police will guide the secretary will be in the secretariat, and the secretary, who is not the chief executive officer of the party, will write to police, and police will honor it, and lay siege in the secretariat of a political party, protect the impersonators the national secretary is bringing, and continue to run the party in the secretariat. I don't know, but I don't know when it's going to stop. But what this thing is driving towards, what people always say, that they are trying to form, they want to turn Nigeria into one party system. And that is the only thing anybody have to say. Because I don't see the reason why the same crisis that is the same style of process of rocking SDP is doing the same thing PDP. Labour is also dead, and NMPP is just surviving by God's grace. So every political party that have structure, market, every political party that has structure is targeted. So I don't know what they want to do, but I know Nigerians are watching, keenly watching them, and I know Nigerians will not keep quiet.
So what's the next? Okay.
Yeah, I was to ask. Each time I remember 1993 election. Yeah. I remember Hope 93.
Yeah,
that was the title of that Abiola's election. Have you lost hope?
No.
Do you think SDP by any arrangement could be ready for Nigeria for 2027 election?
Perfect. I believe so, and I hope so. Why I say that is that we have a strong constitution. Every action of Olu Agule's faction is null and void. It doesn't hold any water. And we just believe that God will touch his heart to understand that this is an institution that he needs to build as an elder statesman, that his children will remember him for it. Rather than sacrificing the party for whatever reason, he needs to come in to understand that he's doing the wrong thing. And I believe that because presently he has lost the support of the chairman, he doesn't have the support of the state chairman, as I will authoritatively tell you now. It's only few, like even the Lagos, the Ferrari is not even an elected chairman. Yeah. So few, I don't think he has up to 2-3 verified chairmen
by Congress
that are with him. No. So every other person, even the other faction, they've not been able to understand that we need to come together to build a formidable party. Because if we are together, we'll attract individuals that win election in our platform. Because if we don't run into election, okay, now presently we are supposed to have an Ekiti and Osun election. I will tell you that if we don't resolve it before then, SDP will not have candidate. Because no matter what it submits to INEC, the signature of the national chairman is not there. Because those ones is parading are imposters and they cannot represent the party.
Okay, let me come to you. I don't know when the next Congress is coming. If you look at what is playing at PDP, it was like Anyanwu was tricked into signing for that
For the neck.
So, and upon realizing that they have been tricked, so they have to resort to self-help like what they are doing. They were ahead of the game before until he was at that neck meeting. Do you have any means? Because now Agula is going to be very, very watchful. So you don't bring him to a neck where he signs. So you are not going to get that gift from Agula. How are you going to get across to your next convention?
No, that's what I'm saying. 1 hour in politics is
a long time. Yeah.
Okay, anything can change anytime, any day. If by God's grace, Agule is, as he's watching, what he's looking for is not getting it, because everything that he's working for is not really materializing. Rather, the platform is getting going down and down every day, and the government in power is not also doing his bid, because his case is so complicated. I don't know whether he's studying it. Even the former president have testified against him. The minister that took over from him, Lei Moke, also testified. So the case is so complicated. It's not something the federal government to just pull the capital and say, okay, you can go.
Okay, I wanted to ask, who is the plaintiff in the case? Who is prosecuting? Is it federal government or individual?
It's federal government.
That's through EFCC?
Yeah, through EFCC.
Okay.
It's federal government. In February, he was declared wanted. I don't know whether you have he was declared wanted by EFCC because they invited him, he didn't come. So they had a public advert and they declared him wanted before he now came. That's when they now took him for detention.
What's the position of the former presidential candidate of the party? That's Prince Adewale Adebayo.
He's one financing the factions. Because what he does is, maybe he thinks that he will not be able to win election the next time because of the kind of forces that are coming to the party. So he has made himself available to be the financiers. He's now the one funding all the factionalizations and every other thing. But I don't know what he intends to achieve, because you need to have a platform to contest. If you kill the platform, I don't know where you want to contest.
Okay, all right. It's been wonderful having you today. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan said, until you fight in this country, you're not going to get what you want. We wish that SDP, that is the real SDP, they fight so that they can get to what they want. Don't go away. 30 seconds. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. A court in Ibadan has given the PDP the right to host their convention in Ibadan, led by Justice A.L. Akintola. Said that they can hold their convention at Ibadan prior to what the other court said in Abuja.
Well, in Nigeria, we like court. I don't think court should give them the right. They have the right ab initio.
Of course.
They have the right ab initio. Court could only stop them from doing if there is anything. But they naturally have the right. So court coming to give them right makes them look like, oh, they just needed, they are scared. They have the right ab initio. A judgment that was ex parte motion, that ruling that they got. Once you make an appeal and have a stay of execution, your status quo is maintained. You have your right.
Well, what this portends is that, look, there are two ruling or judgment of concurrent court of jurisdiction.
Yes.
So which of them will people obey? So the Nigerian government is put it to text, whether they are going to obey the one of Abuja or the one of Ibadan, because they are both high court. So it's a good thing.
And naturally, they do have their rights.
Yes, but it's a good thing, because since the other party felt going to court to get order, whether a black market order or not, they have also gotten an order, and they are in court of concurrent jurisdiction. Let's see what government will say about it.
As a matter of fact, everybody was just querying where Justice Omotosho got the jurisdiction
from.
Because it's a thing of common knowledge that the Supreme Court have said ruled that things concerning political parties
and the party to that ruling
we have no jurisdiction.
Is the party to that ruling the Senator Ayahu factor led by Wike, were the one who went to Supreme Court to secure Senator Ayahu's position as the national secretary of the party, where the Supreme Court ruled that party issues should be resolved within the party. And Wike is not coming to tell us that it's not every issue you take to court. Why did he take that issue to the court in the first place? Was that a matter of internal affair?
I've always felt that if PDP is serious with themselves, Wike is not really a game master.
No, it's not.
You know, the way Wike
but they resorted to self-help at a particular point.
Because
so I'm quite afraid that in Ibadan there could be something of sort if they could carry out what they did yesterday. I mean, harassing even
let me tell you. If you go to the Bible said a strong man keepeth his good at peace until a stronger man than he comes.
So who is the strong man now?
You see, all this one we are shouting Wike is just because PDP is an institution. Take this in or leave it. PDP has the highest spread in Nigeria than any other political party. If PDP come in mass to Ibadan convention, you will not find Wike there.
You know, in addition to what you have said,
Wike will not come out there, and that I can tell you.
No, in addition to what you have
with
said,
his thugs or with his court ruling, ex-party, whatever, Wike will not come where PDP people across Nigeria are gathered for their convention. Enough of this nonsense of trying to kill all opposition parties. I heard him yesterday trying to say now that the opposition parties have no way to put themselves together to contest against the president, they are resorting to say there is Christian genocide. I mean, this is Nigeria. There was Nigeria before you. Until you are out of power, until you die, all of us die, there will be Nigeria. Enough of all this nonsense. Enough.
You know, in addition to what you have said, we have said Nigeria is a federative state. Or your state, where Ibadan is being ruled by PDP, and there's a governor, executive governor of the state, who is a Makinde, who is in support of this convention. You see, if the ruling party think they want peace, let them allow.
He doesn't control.
If they don't,
he doesn't control.
Yes, but he's in charge. He's in charge of your state.
Hold on. That's just by mouth.
It's because he doesn't want to be in control.
Because he doesn't want to be in control. Hold on. He's not in control of the army. He's not in control. Hold on. He's not in control of the civil defense.
Yes.
He's not in control of the Nigerian police force. They only are the one that have the right to carry arms.
Can I talk to you? Yeah. Can I talk to you? You see, why there is peace in Nigeria is because the people of Nigeria want peace. In any geographical area, let it be unit, let it be ward, let it be constituency, local government, constituency, state, the number of the people there
are more
than any security forces.
Far more.
When there is anarchy, God forbid, we don't want things like that. When there is anarchy and lawlessness, you see police pull off their uniform and hide. During SARS, they were going into police station, bombing them and doing. We don't want that. Well, what we are telling this government, do not push people to the extreme. Politics is a game. We agree. But I want to allow the game to be played.
I was allowed to tell you. Now, a game is normally run by either two sides, either 1 or 5 or 10.
Yeah.
5 here, 5 here. The other side don't tie the other people down, and they are running them.
In any game, there's a rule. Even in soccer, we are playing. You can't just cut me down and say it's part of the game.
No, you will receive a red card.
Yes, it's not a yellow card. Everything is not part of the game. Let me tell you, if Sheikh Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, is interested in PDP in holding down convention in Oyo State, when PDP members converge in Oyo State, all this fracas trying to prevent that with their whatever they want to mobilize, they will not come there. They cannot stand it. See, when people are deciding, we have to conserve our democracy. You see those rants Wike was talking yesterday that there's no opposition. It's like there will be election 2027
and there will be opposition.
And there will be opposition. Asiwaju wins. he wins, he will continue with his second tenure. If Asiwaju loses, he will leave office. The person that won will enter. That is democracy, and that is what is going to happen in 2027. These people shouldn't push this country to anarchy. They shouldn't push this country to anarchy. Just a few days ago, we were busy dispelling this fake rumor of coup or whatever. Look at the people that are supposed to be upholding democracy. Look at the nonsense they are doing. You went to court, you got an order. You now resort to self-help.
I should have thought that at this particular time, when we are talking about Trump's statement, country of special concern, they should not be doing what they are talking about. It's just like you said that there's a witchcraft and you see a witch. Do you understand? So why will you not say there's no witchcraft?
Exactly.
What Ayahu did yesterday, he should be behind bars as at now. And what the police did yesterday, let's say that the policemen that are there are acting on instruction, but they should be copied.
But let me tell you, if we lose the center, nowhere will be safe for anybody.
Everybody.
We'll continue to warn them, and it will be on record that there was voice. You know, sometimes people look at you, they say, oh, are you against the government? Say, no. In the media space, one of your fundamental duties is to hold the government accountable.
Yes.
Not to sing praise.
No.
You know, it's to hold the government accountable, and that's what we are doing. When you see the police having a court order, and they choose to do something else, you have individual. The national speaker of SDP just left here, was talking about how the police has been preventing the people that are certified by INEC as the officials of the party from getting access into their secretariat. And when you continue to see things like that, and you say police is an institution that is supposed to ensure that constitution is upheld, it is wrong. And tomorrow now we'll receive a word from Trump that something is going wrong. All of us say sovereignty. But the people are the owners of the sovereignty. The people are the owner of sovereignty. Wike and Co. If you don't like this party, you leave to another party. And if you have taken a case to court, allow it to be litigated. This kangaroo stick and carrot method of carrying talks, invade the place, chase the officers away, police will keep quiet. Then when you now take over, police will now come and guide the place. It should not be encouraged. Let PDP write a letter to the president and write a letter, open letter to the IG, demanding them to put camera on their the front of their office there, to show the list of everybody getting in there, whether they are national officers elected by Congress or not. I don't understand these things. Go to all opposition party. I said it the other day. The only opposition party that is at peace today is the one that has not been rumored that Goodluck Jonathan will use it or Peter Obi will use it. Immediately you hear that Peter Obi wants to use one small party, either YPP or whatever, you see anarchy. We can't continue like this. Come 2027, there's going to be an election. If there is no election, it will be worse for us.
Yes.
It will be worse for us. There will be election come 2027. One minimum of 1 or 2 or 3 persons will stand in election against Asiwaju. If Asiwaju wins, graciously, he's a Nigerian. He has ruled us for 4 years. He will continue another 4 years. If he loses, the person that won him, who would also be a Nigerian, will take over. There's nobody that is more Nigerian than another Nigerian. This is not the first time we'll be having any president to rule us for 2 tenure or 1 tenure. Whichever one Asiwaju will become. We have seen it before. We have seen Jonathan 1 tenure before. We have seen Buhari 2 tenure. We have seen Obasanjo 2 tenure. There's nothing that's going to happen in 2027 that we have not seen before. These people should stop hitting up this politics. Wike and Co should stop all this nonsense using the state apparatus. And then they say, was I there? You don't need to be at the scene of terrorist act to be among those that planned it. This nonsense should stop.
All right. Now, to other matters, I wonder, every statement that people make, they should be held accountable for their statement. We have not seen from the action of terrorists that they are reasonable. Gumi speaking for the terrorists and telling us that these guys are reasonable. Reasonable in what? Reasonable in killing people. Reasonable in bombing places. Reasonable in what's it called? Catching people and just carrying them, asking for ransom. Philip, how are they reasonable, please?
You see, when I saw that statement, I begin to wonder. You call people terrorists, and then you turn around to say they are reasonable. A terrorist, the word terrorist, what does it mean? Somebody who has turned himself into a terror to other people, to terrorize others. for his own advice. You said it's reasonable. They should be dealt with, reasonably and be negotiated with. Where is the reasonableness in a terrorist? You see, it shows to you that the man who is speaking is the head of the terrorists. Like he said, Gumi shouldn't be free after he had made that statement. He shouldn't be free to walk in the street of Nigeria. How does it mean to say that a terrorist is a reasonable person? All over the world, has he read the definition of what is the word terrorist? Has he defined the word terrorist? He should go to a dictionary and know what a terror means. You see, this is where we are. Just because the government is looking for vote for 2027, you allow the likes of Gumi to speak on this issue in this manner? Are you adding fuel to the fire already? If America has said your country is a country of particular interest or particular concern, and you allow a man to say that the action America is speaking against is a right action, how do you mean that the people can speak in your favor? It's a very pathetic situation to say that Gumi is saying that terrorists are reasonable in killing people, reasonable in kidnapping people, reasonable in depriving farmers from going to their farm. I can't reason it how reasonable a terror should be.
Okay, for sometimes it looks as if the laws that govern the north doesn't govern in the south. The one that governs the south doesn't govern in the north. The agitators for Biafra in the south, some of them that have turned violent, they've been met with harshness, strict harshness. But that of the north, it has not been like that. And now, Gumi is telling us that these people are reasonable. They are reasonable, they stay in the bush. They collect ransom from people that they've kidnapped. I mean, they go about with AK-47 or other ammunitions freely.
No, I wanted to ask, why did Saudi Arabia ban Gumi from coming to Saudi Arabia? This is supposed to be a religious cleric, an Islamic cleric.
Yes.
I mean, your home naturally should be Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
If you want to reflect, you want to, time of revelation, time of self-reflection,
yes,
it should be Saudi Arabia. You would want to go to, I think you have to make that visit even to become allergy and things like that. And for some people who bring out that spiritual break, they try to go to Saudi Arabia. And this man is now banned. The last one he went, he was deported. They didn't say, okay, you're already here. Okay, come in. But after this, don't come again so that people don't know. No, he was inadmissible into the country and declared persona non grata. You see, and somebody like that is what Nigeria is joking with. So when Trump now said there is a state interest in the terror in Nigeria, you could understand. Like, they are not going to declare you a country of particular concern if a small group that government is sincerely fighting is the terror group. There must be government complicity, either in silence or indirectly aiding them, either in not punishing them or in rewarding them. And in rewarding them, it was in this country we heard that people who were Boko Haram members would have foreign education. As a matter of fact, some of them came out sometime in Zamfara and was even telling the governor openly, if you do not give to us what is promised, we'll go back. Imagine people that should be in jail if caught alive and people that should have been killed if met on the fire front. Because that's only two options. There's no other option for them. There's no other option. Remember the other day when the president exercised his power or prerogative of mercy, Nigerians were crying out. Where were these Nigerians when there was Senate bill trying to integrate these Boko Haram members first into the society, second, even into allowing them to be enrolled into the armed forces? Where were the voice of Nigerians? Just the other day, that a lady that killed the husband,
Miriam Sanda.
Everyone said, no. You are neither the family of the man or whatever. You actually want the kids to be without mother and father. That they raise their voices. Yeah, they raise their voices for other kidnappers and things like that. Nigerians should be sure of themselves as a government if they are not rewarding crime. And I said it this morning, America is not just going to wake up and say, we have declared Nigeria a country of particular concern. The International Religious Freedom Act of 19 98 was not promulgated for Nigeria. So it is our +1, +2, the way we are continuing that series is led us to where we are. Since Asiwaju took over, I've not had Gumi say anything. I've not had Gumi call on Asiwaju to do anything possible to eliminate crime, to ensure that this banditry is ended. But he didn't talk about the sovereignty where these bandits are collecting taxes, collecting ransom, preventing our farmers from going to the farm. Those are portion of Nigeria. Let me tell you, if you say Nigerian government are not aiding this either in silence in some form, there will be invasion in Plateau, there will be invasion in Benue. Do we have ungoverned spaces in Nigeria?
No.
Is there any geography not under a DPO? Is there any geography in Nigeria that is not under a DPO? You retain the same DPO continues even after people were slaughtered. The same officers in charge, the same commissioner of police of the state continues even after people are slaughtered. I mean, I don't understand how a government can become part of terror anymore, if not for being silent about this, treating this as if it is normal. Let us even remove issue of whether it's Christians that are dying or Muslims that are dying.
Nigerians are dying.
They are all Nigerians.
The act of Gumi didn't start today. Government are playing ignorant that they don't know where these terrorists are or these headers are.
Stop using the word header. These are murderers.
Okay.
They are not terrorists.
Terrorists.
Yes.
They would drive a bike from Maiduguri.
The headers, is it bike they use?
No. They use feet. To Benue. Oh, that's a journey of days. And the Nigerian security radar will not be able to pick them up. But Gumi will go into the bush and have meeting with them. He will know exactly where they are. So in Gumi tracing them or having corresponding with, because Gumi said the government give him police and security to go. The rest can they play ignorance that they don't know where they are.
You see, Gumi is a merchant, incorporated by the Nigerian government and satisfied by the Nigerian government to trade in terrorism, to trade in banditry, to trade in kidnapping. That he has exhibited over time and over by going to the kidnapping camp. When in the days of Buhari, Gumi will go to the terrorist camp, discuss with them, takes food to them, takes money to them, and brought information back to the government to say that this is the way to go with the terrorists. And that's what he's trying to exhibit. I have said it, that the present government is looking for friendship because he's going to election in 2027. That is why Gumi has been able to find his voice to say that Nigeria is a sovereign nation. Don't forget, yesterday Gumi has advised the government to cut ties with the United States of America if they don't withdraw their statement. Who is Gumi to, what capacity is advising the federal government of Nigeria to cut ties with the government of the United States of America? You see, Gumi and the government, they are same and one person. Don't forget, in 2015, the APC government that is in power today, one of their strategy, one of their policies, the thing they play very well, is to cause commotion in the northern part of Nigeria, to show to the world that the Jonathan-led administration was not good enough to provide security for the Nigerian people. And that was their weapon. Meanwhile, they were the ones sponsoring the uncertainty in the area. And now, the seed they sowed in Jonathan government is now coming back to haunt them. Because that insecurity they caused, they've not been able to, wipe it off. It has grown beyond their control. The evidence are there. You understand? So Gumi has found another business because his business was going down. At the initial time that Tinubu came into office, he was not too sure whether Tinubu was going to patronize him or not. So he has found a new, opportunity
coming back into
to be patronized. So he will speak for the, what it means that he's speaking for the government. That look, you are a government. Why don't you just cut ties with these people so that we can have a free day? But he has failed to realize that it has gone beyond what he thinks it is. Because the American government is not Nigerian government. Before they come to this point, they have reached their conclusion. They have done their analysis. They have had their facts and figure correctly. The data are there. Like he said, it's not something that started today. It's a long time till they have. It is not as if he was giving analysis yesterday that look, it is not when they said there's a genocide. It's not as if you say Christian line up, Muslim line up, those who believe in Africa line up, atheists line up, then they will no. It is the incident that has happened for time and time immemorial. They'll be following it up. You understand? Like what Buhari, the picture we showed in the morning, Buhari said a Muslim cleric saved 262 Christians. And then he gave the man an award for protecting Christians. So what about the one that failed to run into a mosque? What happened to them? They were exterminated. So all these are evidence before the United States. You might think, I hear Daniel Bwala saying that, it is the tweet from IPOB and IPOB official that the Senator Ted Cruz is lying on. When there are facts, even your government has admitted that there's a genocide. What Buhari did then, it's a confirmation and an affirmation that there's genocide.
In fact, we can even say
we have Benue. He recently went 200 people, over 200 were exterminated.
And even after Benue, we had Plateau.
We have Kwara that is ongoing at the moment.
Yeah.
So what are you saying?
Now, even Wike made an assertion and said that this Trump's statement was caused by the opposition party, the ADC.
See, they are confused. So Bwala said it's Biafra.
Exactly, that's why I brought that up.
Wike said it's the opposition party.
Yeah.
Then who do we believe? So, but to them, the people dying in Plateau is not the cause.
No.
The people dying in Benue is not the cause.
Those are no evidence.
The slaughter currently going. We had one commissioner of business and innovation or something technology from Kwara. He was here at a time and he made it clear. He made it clear that there is slaughter going on in Kwara.
If I say you can't even move freely within Kwara.
He said if anybody say there is no slaughter going on in Kwara, let the person come so that two of them will go.
Yes.
So anybody say if Wike say this is not going on, let him leave his security and come with us. Let's go to our village and go to the bush and go to the farm. You see, when you are covered with these securities around you, around Abuja, around the state capitals, and you refuse to see clearer, when it engulfs us completely because it's before us, that time it will be too late. Let me tell you, Gumi did not approach. One person said America should give us technology. Gumi did not approach the government for them to get technology from America to destroy the bandits. That if they are unable to do that, then you could cut ties with them. But simply because they said, America didn't say they are going to come and take over Nigeria. Of course, I'm not even expecting them to come and take any military action anyway. But upon saying that if the government fails to take out these terrorists, that they will come and take out the terrorists. Not ordinary. America has precision equipment, not the people. That they will come themselves and take out the terrorists. Also, upon making a statement that they want to come and take out the terrorists, Gumi wants a nation that is governed by constitution to sever ties with America simply because they say they want to come and remove terrorists.
He even said, Gumi even said that the terrorists are already with us.
Yes.
What Gumi is trying to do is that we want to the terrorists will be everywhere. Then they launch an attack.
Yeah, he wants us to accept terrorism as part of our life
as a country.
So you are angry with Nigerian government if they refuse to sever ties with America simply because they said they want to come and remove terrorism. You suddenly realize that Nigeria is a sovereign nation. You didn't tell your terrorist friends or brothers or whoever they are to you that this is you are doing. Nigeria is a sovereign nation. You can't take over anywhere. There's nothing like ungoverned spaces. Stop doing this. Don't do this. It's evil. You didn't know. So you didn't realize that sovereignty belongs to the people. Now it's only when America wants to come and stop those who has actually taken our sovereignty already. The bandits has already encroached into our sovereignty already. So America is even actually coming to restore the sovereignty.
That's why you know that.
That's even what it means.
Yeah, all right. Yes, you remember, last month we were here in Katsina State. Local government chairmen sign off their right, their sovereignty to banditry, so that their farmer could go to farm.
And the federal government never made it.
And Gumi never see it as
can I make an announcement to Gumi? Nigeria will fight for this. and we will survive it. Evil will never prevail over good. There are good Christians, good Muslims, and we're all friends and brothers. We do not need to enforce any belief on another person. And when it comes to you not having all you wanted from the government, do you have all you wanted from the government?
No,
nobody has everything you wanted from the government. So
you can't always have anything.
So taking up arms simply because you feel that you didn't get everything you want from the government makes you stupid, and you should be in jail if you are caught alive. If you are not caught alive, you should die on the fire front.
All right, it looks as if the military itself is compromised. A jailbreak in Maiduguri, where some soldiers that were compromised were being held, and there was a jailbreak, and they all escaped. Sometime you just
certain news is difficult to talk about.
No, this one is not difficult. You see, it's easy because America had made a pronouncement that they are going to come if the government fail to do the needful, to take out the terrorists. And of course, those 9 compromised soldiers mentioned that escaped. It's clear. With Gumi is saying that, America, the terrorists should not be, they are reasonable people. What has happened is simple. It's very, very simple. What the government and the Gumi group are doing is that is to help the terrorists that will be taken out to escape from Nigeria. Because those 9 soldiers that compromised, what kind of life are they living in the Maiduguri jail? If you will find out, you'll be amazed that they are being pampered there. And there will be the first contact.
We also got a report that one was rearrested.
But my major concern was the fact that they entered into the barracks.
Yeah, imagine the failure for people that are held in detention inside a prison that is inside a barracks. Being able to have a jailbreak inside the barracks. It shows how compromised we are already. So that is why I think Nigeria deserves some kind of look back, look at ourselves. What evil has Gumi and his people done to Nigeria? What did he do to Gumi? And just a few months ago, Gumi's son got commissioned.
Yes, in the
military. Army, yeah. Gumi's son got commissioned into the military. So what will he tell his son? If his son is to be the CDS of today, what will Nigeria be? What message will Gumi pass to his son if his son grows up to become a CDS of Nigeria, or even chief of army staff or whatever? What will happen to Nigeria? Gumi should look inward and just check if Nigeria has done anything against it. Unfortunately, we can't ban Gumi from coming to Nigeria because he's a Nigerian citizen.
You see why
the constitution protects him, but Saudi Arabia has banned him.
You see why?
And I'm so sure he can't near any of the Western countries. It's settled. That I can assure you.
Yeah, this is why America had declared Nigeria as a country of particular concern. If the likes of Gumi's son is in the Nigerian Army commissioned as an officer, and Gumi is a retired army captain, it shows that the entire Nigerian people life is in danger. Because what it pretends is that when Gumi's son become a chief of army staff or CDS, what it means that it will turn the army 360 degrees clockwise against the Nigerian people. So if America doesn't take action now, the world will blame America. So that's why he says it's a country of a particular concern.
I don't have enough time to guys. Thank you. It's been wonderful having you guys. I think every Nigerian is passionate about Nigeria. If you see in Nigeria, whether in the UK or in the US,
but Nigeria is worth dying for.
Nigeria is
worth fighting for, and it's also worth going to jail for.
Oh yeah.
People are going to jail for breaking Nigeria, so we can go to jail for
speaking for Nigeria,
for breaking it together.
All right, thank you guys. It's been wonderful. I will employ or ask the president to make sure that things get better in our country. Thank you guys. It's been Matters Arising. Ciao.